What up, you guys? What's up? Fabio Hart. I'm back with another live video. I'll give you guys a minute to come in. Make sure you like, share. Well, make sure you hit the like button, guys. So, this is really my official, I guess, first video back. I'm not counting what I did earlier. You're going to see me looking down because I kind of wrote down some things that I kind of want to go over with you guys. And it's 5 ways to grow your business. I feel the best ways to grow your business right now, and this could change throughout the course of the year. But right now, I feel like these are viable ways that you can grow your cleaning business. And what I'm going to talk about go for both sides, residential and commercial. Okay. I'll give you guys a minute to kind of start popping in here. Hopefully, you guys can hear me well, see me good, that type of thing. That's my ink pen there. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. I don't know how long I'll be on here. Um, Glad I silenced that phone. Okay, so the five best ways to, I guess, start your cleaning business in 20. I mean, to grow your cleaning business in 2020. Um, I'm gonna give you my five top ways that I feel like you guys, or the five things that I think you guys should use to grow your business. Um, and it's just my opinion because it works for my business. Um, I give a lot of insight on the coaching. Speaking of the coaching, guys, I want to get this right off the top. If you guys interested in my any of my coaching, you have between now and February the 15th to get in the coaching program. Okay, I just want to go ahead and get this right off the top. You have between now and from now to February the 15th to go ahead and get into the coaching. After that, I won't be offering any coaching or anything. You won't hear me talking about any coaching. I might motivate you guys to get a coach or do coaching or, that type of thing, but I won't be personally offering it. Even with the hourly coaching, so I won't have no products or services that I'll be offering because I'm expecting this 2020 year to be a phenomenal year for me and for my team, for my business. I got a lot of other things going on. We also expanding out into Canada. Okay, not specifically Toronto, my hometown, but we definitely will be in Toronto, and so I got a lot that will be going on. So I just want to kind of get that out there, guys. Make sure you like this, guys. Make sure you like. I'm going to be a little bit more proactive. I got a lot of interactive things that I anticipate doing this year with you guys to make you a part of my bring in. Okay, hey, how's it going? Is it Chenner? How's business is phenomenal. Business is great. We ended 2019 with a great year. We hope in 2020 it'll be even better. So it's great right now. Okay, guys, I want to jump right into it. As you know, I like to start on things that's like low to no cost in terms of marketing, right? And while I always would think door to door and telemarketing, that type of thing will work, there's some other things that's not so as expensive that you guys can do. I feel like if you utilize these strategies, you'll be able to make a more impactful uh, uh, bring your company to more impactful brand, right? Where, see, the thing between me and so many other people is that I like to attract the business to me while others a lot of times go and chase the business. Okay, so I think we would all agree that we would like, phone is blowing up. I think we would all agree that we would like more business to come in without us having to necessarily chase it, so to speak, right? So a lot of the business that I get, even on the residential side, the commercial side, a lot of it is, referral based. Somebody refers somebody to us and we pick up the job. Whether, like I said, it could be commercial, it could be residential based. So I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm not gonna tarry on too long for you guys tonight. If you do have some questions, I do want you to go ahead and get them off here on the live. It's a lot of people probably sleep now, but they'll see it when they see it. Another thing I want to talk about is well, I think I'll talk about this first. is on Facebook. Okay, I have it unpublished now because my team, my people is working on it. But a lot of people ask me, Fabio, what's your Facebook? Fabio, what's your Facebook? I have two Facebook accounts and they both at 5,000. So I'm deciding to start a like page or business page, okay, for you guys that want to kind of interact with me through social media like Facebook. So that should be available, I would say, tomorrow by 12 noon. Okay, so what I'll do is on my community tab, I'll let you guys know. So if you pay attention, if you're subscribed, make sure the notification bell is on. So whatever I post anything or update anything, you guys get it to your phone or whatever, you get the notification. Clean Vessel just got a 7,500 contract with the restaurant. Congratulations, bud. Congratulations. Hopefully, I could say hopefully I helped you in some way, fashion, or form. Get that. I'm still the beginner in the stages of the director of property management coming to Reynolds. I'm just stuck. I really like to get into the medical. Medical is a phenomenal way to get in. Um, that's what I would suggest is a lot of money in medical. And what the cool thing with medical is they have a lot of subsidiary companies. In other words, they might be a head company right here, and they might have, let's say, like out here, let's just take Henry Ford Hospital. Okay, so that's our like one of our major hospitals out here. So they got subsidiary companies under Henry Ford. Like they got Henry Ford Medical, they have Henry Ford DMC, they have Henry Ford, like eye doctor clinic. They have Henry Ford. Like they have these different companies under this major brand. So I love the medical. You hear me talk a lot about the medical, again, picking up medical accounts. They pay good, and they're not, to be honest, they're not as really as nasty and dirty as some like veterinarian places, like people that got veterinary. I hate veterinarian or gyms, right? Some people got gym contracts, and that's okay because if you want to do a gym, you do a gym. But I think it's more work in doing the gym than it is to do maybe like a medical facility. Okay, so a lot of times they're not incredibly big; they small, medium size, right? They don't take a whole hell of a lot of time to clean. Um, it's more of just kind of dapping things up, touching things up, right? But like I say, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Congratulations, though. We can definitely help you with that. Let me see. Door to door is very effective. Yes, I love door to door. That's my main way to do it, guys. It's my main way to do it. Okay, so I want to talk about this one situation, okay, before I forget about it, and then I'm gonna jump into the 5 ways. Again, I won't keep you guys too long. I'm gonna try not to go. Let me see, but I need help with non-disclosure agreements. Okay, email me at hollywoodjanitorialserve@gmail.com. hollywoodjanitorialserve@gmail.com. We also have it in the description link below this video once I upload it. So if you didn't get it, but it's hollywoodjanitorialserve@gmail.com. Or somebody can type it for me. The approach at dental office can pass the gatekeeper. I love that. I love that. I definitely need to talk to you. I could probably give you a few pointers. Email me, hollywoodjanitorialserve@gmail.com. hollywoodjanitorialserve@gmail.com. For those that's just jumping on, and I'm going to just hop on this real quick, my coaching at the at February 15th is going to be the last day for coaching. So if you want to get in coaching, I slashed all the prices for paperwork coaching, lead generation, whatever you want to get in, all the prices. If you want to do the one time, the hourly coaching, you can do that, the 6 month, and then we have the annual, the 12-month coaching, which I would suggest you do because you get to work hands-on with me, right? I kind of get to help you throughout the course of the year. I've helped a lot of people over the phone, helping them with a lot of different circumstances and situations that they're in so far. So I would suggest you get that, but if not, you want to do the hourly, I slash the prices on everything, right? Because again, up to February the 15th, that's going to be it. After the coaching, after the 15th, I should say, there won't be no more coaching. You won't be hearing me talk about coaching or this course or that, this and that, right? Because like I say, I'm incredibly busy. Business is doing phenomenal for me, and I expect it to go through the roof in 2020. And I want you guys to be a part of that journey. Okay, not in terms of motivating you guys and helping you guys get your business off the ground or expand your business. Okay, but I want to talk about this, and I put it on my community tab here on YouTube. Okay, so I was on Facebook, right? I was on Facebook, And you're gonna hear me repeat this stuff too when I go into my 5 points and the reason why I think it's so important. On my coaching calls, I tell a lot of people that, hey, I think it's very important that you guys use the power of pictures, to show your work. Like, let's say you got a carpet cleaning job. Like, I got one guy that's on the coaching right from Facebook, got a carpet cleaning, and it seemed just like in a matter of weeks, it seemed like things started turning around from right? I say, hey, you might want to get your YouTube. He said, well, I have no interest on, kind of doing what you do and, talking about it. I say, well, you at least want, to get your stake in the marketplace, in the Michigan area, in your area, you want to get your stake. So I say, at the very least, what you might want to do is just upload just pictures, like a video slide of pictures before and after, right? You put your name, you put your telephone number in the video, you caption you title the video right, and the algorithm of Facebook, YouTube, and all of these platforms will pick it up, and it'll naturally, you naturally rank, I should say, within the Google ranking, right? Or whether it's a video or whether it's some pictures or whatever the case is. That way, when somebody's looking for carpet cleaning companies like yours, and let's say they looking in the Michigan area or they looking in his immediate area, they will be able to find he'll populate, right? He want to be on the first page. So I was trying to tell him that, and he did start doing that, right? I see it right now on his Instagram. He's taking videos, he's having fun with it. And I don't know if he's going to do a YouTube like I suggest him do, but at the very least, he at least started taking videos of it. You can always take those videos, import your name, your company name, your name, your telephone number into that video, and then you post that video on whatever platform. Let's say he put it on Facebook, or he can use it as an advertising mechanism, right? Like if you're doing sponsor ads and different things like that, just use that video alone, showing before and after, or showing him cleaning, or showing him, actually engaging and doing what he would typically do within his business, within his organization, right? And that itself, like once people, because we visual, right? We're visual creatures. So if you see this building and it's atrocious, and then you see the before and after pictures of it, and you say, wow, they did magnificent work. Wow. Well, I have a carpet cleaning job. I think I'm going to call these guys, right? Now, he wouldn't obviously be the first to do it, but if he do it enough, he'll populate within the first page of, let's say, the Google search or Bing or whatever, um, search engine platform, that's out there. You want to be on the first page. But that's not really what I want to talk about. So this lady on Facebook, right? As you guys know, I got long hair, so it's this lady on Facebook. She's out of my area, out of the Michigan area. So what happened was she was posting her, pictures and showing her product, and putting the statements up and different things like that, right? So somebody had tagged my name in it on her post, right? Because I got I got the long hair. So, and this is why I say what I say, guys. And I'm gonna tell you how I change things around for it dramatically, just using the power of my Facebook page. And I got 2 pages, and they're both at 5,000 friends. That's 10,000 if you count them together, right? Someone tagged me in her post on Facebook. Matter of fact, I think I have it because I wanted to show you guys. Here it is, and I put a picture of it up on my. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's focusing. Okay, so this is the product, right? It's a hair. I don't know. Maybe the lighting, the focus. But anyway, you'll see the same bottle on my community tab, right? So as you can see, I bought it. I did buy it. I used it, right? For my hair. Okay, so she was so excited once I bought it and she seen what I did for her. It was just a phenomenal situation. So someone tagged me in the post. They said, Fabio, have you heard of this product? Have you tried this hair product? Right? So I get hair offers all the time, different things like that. I said, no, I haven't, but I'll look into it. So I contacted the lady. I had inboxed her. She local to me. She's in the Detroit area. I contacted her. I asked her about the product. She told me it's her formula. It's what she concocted and put together. It's all natural oils and different things like that, right? So I said, okay. Well, I say, well, I'll give your product a shot. I say, how much is it? She said, $20. I'll say, no problem. I'll give it a shot. So as you see, I bought it. This was $20. I used it, and in 17 days, I had dramatic growth, right? I had incredible growth with the product. I put a picture of it on my community tab too, the before picture when I first got my hair braided, and then I had the after picture. And I told her to start doing that. She was already doing it, but I told her, you want to kind of keep that up. So she did it with my pictures. I sent her the before picture, right, when I first had the braids done, and I sent her the after picture. I hopped on live. I showed it just like how I showed you guys. Hey guys, I'm using this. This grew my hair, yada, 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 yada. And I told you that cost $20, right? No lie. Within an hour, because I was on live on my live video, kind of like on Facebook, like I am with you guys here. No lie. Within an hour, this little product right here, and again, I get a lot of, when I go live on Facebook, I get way more views and different things like that, right? This product right here made her $1,000 within an hour. So that means at least 50 people contacted her at $20. This made her $1,000 within an hour, only because of the traffic that I bring, right, on my Facebook page. Like I said, I got 2 Facebook pages. They both tapped out at 5,000 each, right? They have 5,000 each. Okay, I went live talking about this product. It got a lot of views and different things. And because people know me and they familiar with me, they say, okay, Fabio got long hair. I'm sure if he didn't believe in it, he wouldn't have bought the product, or he wouldn't have gave it a shot, different things like that. She had told me so many people, because I was telling them, well, say, hey, Fabio referred you. Fabio referred you. I let her know that I sent you guys to her. Within an hour, this number right here that's on the bottom, they called the number. You guys will see it in the post. I'm so sorry. It's the Zoom, but they called the number, the same number, request a product. She do ship across country, because I got Facebook friends that's all over the place, right? They called the number, reached out to her, say, hey, I was watching Fabio live. Fabio was talking about your hair product. It had natural oils and et cetera, in it. He said it was $20, yada, yada, yada. And they bought the product. Okay, they bought the product, and it was within an hour, she had made $1,000 just off of me talking about the product. That's why I say video is so important, guys. That's why I say video is so important. The fact that I get on live and I try the product, right? And like I say, you'll see the results on my tab, right? I actually put it up on my community tab here on Facebook. The power of video is absolutely insane. I don't care if you guys got a lawn care service. I don't care what you guys have, what type of business you have going. If you're a barber, if you a beautician, whatever type of business you have, you want to get that traction. You want to use the power of video and the power of pictures, because they tell stories within themselves, right? When somebody see, a lawn that's disarrayed, and then they see the after picture where you got it edged up and everything looking great and all of this, it looks good. It make people want to do business with you. Like I was telling my guy, that the carpet cleaning guy, he was on my Facebook. I was talking business, kind of like how I do here, right? And he inboxed me. We talked. He said, hey, man, how much is your coach? I want to do the coaching, yada, yada. He got the coaching. We started talking about certain things. And I think I jumped on live one day. It was local, where I was telling you I got to go see one of my little clients from coaching that I was talking to on Facebook or whatever. Well, he was the one that I was talking about on the live video. He was the one that I had to go see, right? That's local to me. So that's the beauty about being local to me, because you can meet up, you can talk to me, and we can kind of work some things out. So he got the coaching, right? The same thing. I say, hey, start using pictures before and after. Start doing before and after videos, right? Just how atrocious this floor looked. Now you have how magnificent this floor looked. If you guys start doing that and set up your YouTube, you don't have to be a talking head like Fabio Hart, right? You could just put little videos up like, hey guys, this is what the property looked like. This is what the home looked like, guys. You don't have to say the location of it. You don't have to say what type of business it is. You say, hey guys, I'm in one of my accounts. This is what it looks like now. And I'm coming back with a after video to show you guys how it looks after we do the floors, after we do the carpet, or after, after we clean it up, right? And that's going to sell itself. And then you're going to put it up on the likes of YouTube. It's going to naturally populate through the YouTube, or I should say Google algorithm, right? And as you post more and more, it'll populate, a lot faster in the place where it's supposed to place, which is you want it on the first page, right? You want it on the very first page of Google. You're going to have your company name in the title. You're going to have your company number. So in case somebody from down the street or around the corner or 5 miles away interested in your carpet cleaning service or in your commercial cleaning service, your residential cleaning service, they could say, well, I found you on Google, right? I found you on YouTube or whatever, right? So that's why it's important to start using the power of pictures and the power of video. Now, let me jump right into it, guys. 5 ways to grow your commercial cleaning business. Number 1, I want to talk about Google AdSense, right? And I'm not going to tarry too long on any of these particular ones. These is just the ones that I use, kind of closing in on 2019, that took my business all the way up, right? I mean, just because, if you look at just years ago, I wasn't a big fan of doing the business online, right? I wasn't talking a lot about it. So then I was like, well, you know what? I got to jump into this internet stuff, right? Got to jump into this stuff. So I hired a SEO type of guy. He knows what he's doing. He knows all about that stuff. That's not my specialty. So I hired somebody that do and know what I don't do or know. And so he knows about it. And then I kind of watch him along the way. And Google AdSense did a tremendous job for my business. Google AdSense did a tremendous job for my business, like more kind of closing into the end of 2019. Okay. So I would suggest you guys at least get a Google AdSense account. Okay. Get a Google AdSense account and start using Google AdSense to propel your business. Because it's not going to happen overnight, right? But if you stay consistent with it, you will start getting traction. Companies are going to start contacting you. Okay. And that's what you want. You don't want to be in a position where you always have to chase the company. It'll feel good for your phone to ring and it's somebody interested in you. Guys, let's get these likes up. If you're on here, let's go ahead, at least like the video. It doesn't cost anything to like the video. Go ahead and like the video. My next thing I want to talk about, which I tapped into already a little bit, is media exposure. Guys, you don't know how important it is. And I talked a little about this last year. You don't know how important it is to get media exposure for your business. Okay. You're in a business where you're going to deal with people regardless. Okay. So whether you're doing a community service or whether you got a new product that you're launching, I tell a lot of girls, I got in coaching, I got a lot of girls that they sell bundles and stuff like that. Right. And I come up with a lot of fantastic ideas to kind of help them so they can stand out, because that's like the new dope game, so to speak, right? That bundles and hair and the wigs and the weaves, and you type that in on YouTube, it's so many people doing it across the country, right? And even outside the country, in Canada, just selling bundles and wigs and weaves and stuff like that. So I say, well, you got to set yourself apart, right? So I came up with a lot of ideas. And again, as long as you do it and you constantly do it, you will start getting the traction. I don't want to make it seem like if I tell you something and you try it one time, it's going to start working, right? That's not how business works, right? So at first you might not get no traction, right? The first week or two, maybe 3 weeks might be really, really slow. And then that 4th week, you might, boom, take off. Like you might be like, shit, where'd that come from? Because in the first 3 weeks, I wasn't getting nothing. Now the 4th week, I'm starting to get some, right? Again, visibility is a plus, guys. Become more visible. Become more visible by any means necessary. Become more visible. Okay, whether you're using social media as part of your media exposure, or you're using an outside media source. You're using Fox, you're using CBS, or whatever. You're using some news outlet, right? You want to stay visible, because when people know who you are, they treat you different. Number one. And it makes it a lot better or easier for you to get in a contract, okay? Whether it's a home or whether it's a business. When people kind of know who you are, they done seen you in the media, they done heard about your company, you got that visibility out there, you make it that much easier for people to deal with you, okay? Instead of you always have to sell them and try to convince them why you're a better company or why they should give you a try, or, this and this and that, right? It'd feel good to walk in a building like I do out here in my area in Toledo, some areas like this where people already, hey Fabio, how's it going? Right? That's because I'm all over the place, at least in my area. Detroit, Redford, right? Dearborn area, right? Pontiac, Saginaw, Michigan, got accounts out there, Flint, right? So again, I'm all over the place. On the weekends, I just take off, right? I'd say, well, you know what? I'm gonna get out of here. You know, it's gonna be pleasure and business, and I'll leave. I'll go to Flint, Michigan, right? Get a room in Flint, and I'll be there for the whole weekend. But it's a business move. It's a money move for me, right? I want to kind of canvas the area. I want to see what's up. I want to drive through here. I want to drive through there, right? I got my door hangers. I want to leave my door hangers on the door if the business is closed, the operation is closed, right? If you got a flyer, you want to leave your flyer. Like I'm all over the place. Like this is how I like to do the business. Now it might be time consuming. That's why I say Google. If you guys you get your Google AdSense, you start using Google AdSense, you can pull it in a lot faster. See, at this point, I will be chasing, right? Because I'm going from city to city. I'm looking for contract. I'm looking for business. I'm expanding, right? But again, if you're not willing to try anything, you won't make nothing happen, guys. You won't make nothing happen. So again, number one, I talked about Google AdSense. Number two, I'm talking about media exposure, right? Using the media. It doesn't cost anything to use the media. All you have to do is have a good tie-in to a story, be part of the community in some way, put a community event together, do something with the kids, right? And then when they interview you on the news, they're gonna say, "Hey, we have Sherry Smith of ABC Cleaning Company. Sherry, what made you put this event on today? What made you?" You say, "Well, I wanted to do something for the youth and yada yada yada," right? But then already put your name out there. We got Sherry Smith from ABC Cleaning Service. You see how that works? And then cleaning service, right? And then you appear on this newscast, and then you do it on the next news channel, and you're visible, right? You got your logo everywhere on your flyers on this. You're paying for this ad. Like I even did the billboard. I done talked about this before, and it's not as expensive. I promise you guys. I promise you guys. If you want to, I don't know if if the company that I use for the billboard is just local or if they're everywhere. But what I will do, if you're interested in the billboard, I can give you the number to the billboard service provider that we use out here. And if they're in your area, I don't know. I just try. I'll give you the number, and if they in your area, it's the 800 number. I got two of them that we use. One is an 800 number. One is like a 734 number that we use, right? And they got these electronic billboards with these different advertisements. Like if you got a carpet cleaning company, that'll work good. If your girl, you do hair and this, that'd be good because no one's doing that. How many billboards you see in your area where girls is doing hair and they, doing nails and they're the nail tech of the city, right? Or they the commercial cleaning company of the city, or they're the residential. Somebody be driving down the highway, see your thing, and take a picture of it with their phone, or write the number down real quick, or say it in their head a million times, right? So they can memorize it, so they can jot it down, right? They see your billboard. This is something that you're just trying that's outside of the box because a lot of people in our industry don't do what I do, right? And I think I spend because I know it's $75 a day. It's like $75 a day, and I think I do it for sometimes a week, sometimes 2 weeks. I like to try it out. But $75 a day isn't shit when you're doing an electronic. For me, isn't shit when you're doing an electronic billboard. I'm not talking about the standalone billboard, guys. I'm talking about where it just flashed from one company to another, right? You're driving down the highway, you see it, right? This would be a beautiful thing for people that just want to be creative, that just want to try something different. Okay. So, like I said, you want to get that exposure. When people know who you are, they treat you better. Your Donald Trump's, your whoever, Mark Zuckerberg's, everybody, they don't have to necessarily sell themselves anymore. If anything, people want to do business with them because they already know who they are. Now, I'm not trying to compare you guys or myself or anybody to these guys because they are on a larger scale than us, but you can be him in your city. You can be her in your city. You can be that person, that go-to person. Especially if you're in a more small town, you can really take over that town, right? You can really let you be a part of everything, have your name in the mix, go to public meetings and different things like that, which we're going to talk about here on my list. But I just really wanted to get this stuff out to you guys because I think When you start doing things unconventionally, you get unconventional type of profits. When you start doing things the way everybody else do it, you get the same type of profit margins and the same type of profit everybody else get, right? You want to be something, different. My next thing is door to door. I know we don't like to do it. I know it seems daunting. I know you don't want to do it, but guys, we in a business where we have to deal with people. We in a business where we have to deal with people. Okay? Whether you're doing it through the internet or whether you're doing it face to face, you're still dealing with the people. Okay? Get up, put your stuff on, get in your car, start going door to door. That's all I can tell you. You would be amazed. I mean, I got so many people in my coaching right now. They was terrified going door to door, and I hounded in. You got to go door to door. You got to go door to door. You got to go door to door. I say, man, look, if you don't want to do it every day, I would suggest you do it every day because the more you do it, the more chances you have, of picking up more contracts. But I say, if you don't want to do it every day, set yourself a schedule, right? I get it. You got a family, you got other things you got to do. I get it. Set yourself a schedule aside and say, I'm going to just do it heavy for 8 hours or 6 hours, 2 days out of the week. If that's all you can do is 2 days out of the week, do it for 2 days out of the week, guys. But you have to go door to door. It's paramount. You have to. You have to, because you're going to have to go in there and talk to that same individual anyway. Now, I don't even have cold calling on here, even though I'm a big fan of that. Cold calling is slowly diminishing with me. Like I still get contracts through cold calling. It just take a whole hell of a lot of calls, right? So it's slowly. I'm starting to like Google AdSense a lot better than I like cold calling. To be honest, I mean, I still have my people that do my lead generation and cold call, but it just takes so many calls. And you got to think they got robots calling, right? These robotic machines calling people now. They got people trying to sell roofing service, security service, janitorial service, cleaning service, right? So many different people. So they get annoyed by the time we call, right? They hear from us. They had somebody call yesterday. You called today. They're like, I'm so fucking tired of these calls, right? They get so fed up with those calls. Like you get so many calls, right? So again, I still push towards it because it's definitely viable, right? Especially you got a nice little script, you know what to say, how to say it, that type of thing. So at the very least, the goal is to get in and do the walkthroughs, guys. That's why I'm telling you, be visible. Like if you use the media exposure, the media thing that I'm talking about, whether you're using online media like social media or offline media, you're using the news, a newspaper, whatever, getting a story written up, whatever the case is, I think it's paramount that you guys use those platforms. You use those ways to get in the door because when people know who you are, they deal with you totally different. They deal with you totally different. When people know who you are, you make it just that much easier for you to get the contract. The next thing I want to talk about, this is a unique way to go. I haven't did this myself, but I like to stay above the curve, right? And I like to kind of not innovate to a certain degree because a lot of people don't do this in our industry when you have a commercial cleaning business, and that is vehicle wrap or decal. Okay, vehicle wrap or decal. Like if you start putting your logos and you start, you're real colorful and you get your car wrapped, right? Wrap your whole car with your business, your image, what your company logo, whatever the case is. Get your car wrapped. That's definitely going to cause a lot of attention. That's definitely going to cause a lot of attention, especially if it's a lot of color schemes and you got a lot of different things. I can see it right now for a young lady that might have I don't know, not to insult anybody. We're saying that maybe a young lady, she might have I don't know, a Ford Fusion. Let's just use that, right? Or a newer model Taurus or something like that. She get that car wrapped, right? And she just a maid, or she has a residential cleaning service. Do you know how much attention that's going to cause on a block? You're in this nice area, you're cleaning these nice homes. Your car is the only car on the block wrapped. You know, even some of the franchise guys don't even have their car wrapped. I'm not talking about the door. You can do the magnet too, right? That's still a way to do it. But I'm talking about wrapping your entire car. Like the rappers do. You see, they got it on their Sprinter vans. They wrap it, and they got their little picture of them, and they're the rappers. Kevin Gates in Detroit, such and such, and you see his vehicle, you like, or the radio station, right? You see the radio trucks and vans and cars, right? The radio, they got 90, 107.5 and this and that, right? FM 98, WJLB, Detroit, right? They got all of this on their cars and it calls attention. So if you're standing at the bus stop or you riding by, right, and you're at the light and you look to your left and you say, oh, damn, that's the radio station. Those are radio people right there. And they take off at the light going flying down, let's say Woodward Avenue, right? It's gonna cause attention, right? Because you don't really see cars like this on a regular basis. This is something totally different, guys, and it's not as expensive as you think. I'm stumbling. It's not expensive as you guys think it is, right? You can call a lot of companies in your area. I'm sure you got a lot in your area. You just look it up on Google, right? Yellow Pages, whatever, however you want to do it, and you just get quotes, right? Go in there and talk to them. How much would it cost to do this? Could you finance it out? This and this and this, whatever the case is. And trust me, it's not as expensive as it seems, right? Give them your car, you let them do a professional job, you look at the work that they've done for other people, you ask them, hey, have you done a maid service before? Hey, have you done a cleaning service before? Right? Again, I haven't done this to my car, but I've opted for people or suggest that people should do this or could do this and cause a lot of attention to your business, right? When people start seeing your vehicle everywhere, they're gonna be like, oh, they go to that cleaning company, they go to that cleaning lady, and you hop out, they're gonna be like, hey, Sherry Smith, right? Hi, Sherry. Right? They know you because they see your car a lot, they see you around, right? So again, it's all about visibility. It's all about visibility. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about, and this is my last. Again, I have 5 ways to grow your cleaning business in 2020. First, we talked about Google AdSense. Then we talked about getting media exposure on and offline. We talked about door to door. We talked about vehicle wrapping, and last, networking. Networking, guys, you don't know how important it is to network. I talked about this in 2019. I'm going to talk about it again tonight. It's very, very important for you guys to put yourself in front of people, not only to be visible, but put yourself in front of people. Okay. Just because a person look like they might not be able to help you don't mean they don't know anybody that will be able to help you. Right? You don't know who I know. I don't know who you know. But if I just judge you based on the way that you look, right, I could be leaving 5 grand on the table, 10 grand on the table by just judging you by the way that you look. Okay. If I had some people that's in my coaching, they would say, Fabio, I'm in the BNI meetings or I'm in the Chamber of Commerce meetings and I'm not getting no traction. And to be honest, guys, I did the BNI before and it didn't turn out the way I thought. I'm a big fan of it because it does put you in front of people that you would have never seen, but it is a fee to come behind that. I'm into more organic ways to meeting people, right? Like the bookstores, the libraries, maybe restaurants, even Starbucks. You'll be amazed at how many people you go to Starbucks. It's people in there that does everything. College students, they build websites. You ask them what they're there for. They say, "Hey, I'm waiting for my bud. We're about to talk about launching his little this and that." Or I do coding, or I'm a computer engineer, or this. It's so many different people that just sit in Starbucks. So don't judge somebody because they're there with their tablet. You don't know what they're working on. You start a conversation with it. I do it all the time. And students and professors, different. Everybody goes to Starbucks. All type of professional people. You might stand in line, and there's the lady behind you. She might be the manager at a medical facility. You say, "Hi, that's a nice hat or a nice dress you have on." You introduce yourself and, "Hi, I'm sorry, my name is such and such. What you do?" "I have a commercial cleaning." "Oh, you have a cleaning?" "Yeah, I'm a manager have you heard of such and such a medical facility?" You might, "No, no, I haven't heard of it." "Do you guys have a commercial cleaning?" Just that quick. They might not have all the time in the world to talk to you in Starbucks with it, but you can exchange business cards, you can exchange names and numbers. At the very least, you take her name, put it in your phone, her number, put it in your phone. You shoot her a quick text, right? Or you give her your name and your number. Again, you don't know, guys, if you don't put yourself out there, even with the college campuses. Like I talked about that, guys. I like to sometimes go to the college libraries, not necessarily just to be going to the library, but it's the college library. You see so many college students and so many professors and so many people from all walks of life, right? Even some of my employees that came from college. Just me being on the campus, right? I go to the college, right? Look at their business programs, or just inquire about different things, right? So don't tell me, guys, there's nothing for me to do. I can't do this. I can't do that. If you don't put yourself out there, you don't think in an unconventional way. I really don't know what to tell you. Guys, let's get these likes up. Let's get some likes going on these videos, right? I get a lot of emails. People say, "Hey, Fabio, when are you going to do the next video?" Fabio, I missed your videos. And I'm going to come back. I got some great material for 2020. Trust me, lined up. Trust me. I do. Like I say, I'm going to do away with the coaching. I'm going to do away with the lead generation, the paperwork, all of that stuff. You guys got until February the 15th. If you're interested in that, after February the 15th, I won't be offering that. If you are interested in it, just put coaching in the subject headline. Email me at hollywoodjanitorialserve@gmail.com, hollywoodjanitorialserve@gmail.com. Okay, if you're interested in the coaching, paperwork, lead generation, whatever. Okay. Again, once you're in, you're in. You don't have to worry about it. But after the 15th, I'm sorry, I won't be accepting any more, entries into that. You won't hear me talking about coaching. I might suggest that you guys get a coach, get a mentor, somebody that can coach you and mentor you. But I won't be doing it for a fee where I'm gonna mentor you. But if you're already in the program, then I'm gonna work with those that's already in, if that makes sense. But anybody that try to come in new after the 15th, it's gonna be a no-go. Okay, no paperwork. We're gonna stop selling the paperwork. We're gonna stop doing the lead generation, all of that stuff, right? So if you are interested, okay, I slash the prices on everything, by the way. So I slash the prices, bring it down, make it a little bit more affordable for you because I know my prices was a bit high. It's worth it, but I know it's a bit high. If you're interested, just email me. Hey, Fabio, interested in the coaching. I have the hourly coaching, I have the 6-month coaching, and I have the annual coaching, the 12-month coaching. Okay, you just let me know. Just put hourly coaching in the subject headline, right? We give you the price breakdown of everything, whatever we have to offer. We give you the price breakdown on it. You just kind of pick and choose what you feel like you need. Okay, but after February the 15th, there will be no more coaching. There will be no more paperwork. There will be no more lead generation. I would still have lead generation for people that's already in, that's doing lead generation, and for my company, because again, it's effective for me, it works for me, but I won't be offering it to anybody on the outside, if that makes sense. Okay, so you guys have between now and February the 15th for that. Okay. But going back to networking, guys, it's a lot of different ways that you guys can do this in a natural way without having to join the BNI, without having to join the Chamber of Commerce. Another thing that I like you guys to do is go to community events, go to community meetings with the community in terms of, how your city hall might have these city hall meetings and the public's open to the public can go. I love those because you meet the bus drivers, right? Like right now, I'm talking to the local bus driver, D. Dot, bus the bus service because I want to take advantage of cleaning off the buses. I want to see if I can get that. No one thinks like that, right? I know the citizens, I've been on the bus before, right? So I know they trash it and spill shit, right? So I'm thinking, what if I can come in, right? And I can set it up and get a contract with the bus people and we clean off the bus, right? We clean off the bus. I bring my outside crew to do the seats, right? That would do the upholsteries and the carpet cleaning, that type of thing, right? Bring them from the outside and say, hey, let's do the seats and kind of spruce it up, right? That way they make money. I put them on, get a contract with the Detroit City Bus, right? And then I got a contract where we just clean it off, mop, get it together, freshen it up, that type of thing. No one's thought like that. No one's who have you thought about that, guys, in your area? You haven't thought about that, right? You haven't thought about that. So again, this is just me thinking outside of the box, but I'm in talks with them. I don't have a contract with them, but I'm in talks with them. Okay. But again, going to those meetings, you're going to see public officials. You don't know. You can wind up talking to the mayor of your city, and your mayor is connected with everything in the city. Who knows? You might be able to hobnob with the mayor and he might put you on, or she might put you on to something that you was like, wow. I don't know how many phone calls I got. I got a phone call from a person that's in my coaching. I was like, man, look, go to the police department. When I said that, he's like, police department. I'm like, yeah, go to your local precincts or whatever they call it in your area, your local police station, and see if you could pick it up. See if you can get that. If you get one station, you might be able to get multiple stations. He got two stations in his area. He was like, Matt, to be honest, I would have never thought about just doing a walk-in at a police precinct, inquiring about it. Now they sent him to the main. He didn't get it going through that particular one, right? But yeah, they told him he had to contact someone else, but he got two stations. Another thing where people leaving money on the table that I got myself is funeral homes. People don't want to be. It's kind of scary to people. They don't want to be in there. Who would think to clean a funeral home, right? But it's still an operation, still a business. It has to be clean. Someone has to do it, right? So I talk a lot about this stuff again on my coaching, guys. If you get the coaching, then it'd be phenomenal, definitely, for you guys. See here, networking. I also talked about the power of using video and pictures. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and throw them at me. Be more than happy to cover them. Uh, Otherwise, I'll be wrapping it up shortly. But I talked about using the power of video and pictures. Okay, taking a picture of your work, and that's putting the flyer together. Um, Using Fiverr. Fiverr it's a good resource. I've used them a lot to help build my flyers. All you do is submit the information, tell them what you wanted to say. They bounce it back. You pay as little as $5, right? I mean, hell, if you get my flyer, I can sell you my flyer. We edit it, put your information in there, and mine is $35 per flyer. I got over 250 flyers that I use, right? But if you say, well, I ain't gonna pay them 35 bucks for it, then you can use Fiverr and pay them $5 and end up building, tailor make it to your situation. You get the Fiverr app and get to looking on the app. There's freelancers. All you got to do is find the person that you feel like you best connect with on Fiverr. And they do everything, guys. You could use Fiverr for multiple. They write press releases. They do everything. From video, they can put your website together. They do so much. All it's just freelancers on there. From flyers to writing. If you had a some type of letter that need to be, you got writers. If you had a book, you can use Fiverr. You say, hey, I want you to write the book here. I could, I got the recording. I could talk it to a recorder. I just need you to translate in and punctuation and stuff like that. You got people on Fiverr that can write your book. Okay. So you can use Fiverr. Again, they got a list of all the categories, everything. Use them. Okay. Get the Fiverr app and just play with the app. Just kind of look around on there. You don't even have to contact anybody right away. But I use them a lot, right? I still got the app on my phone. Okay. So again, guys, you have to think outside of the box. You want to do something that no one is really doing. You want to go after accounts that people wouldn't even so much think about. Like, for an example, the bus situation, funeral homes. Yeah, people do car dealerships. Yeah, they do medical facilities. Yeah, people do, other type of businesses, office parks, and industrial buildings and things like this. But you want to just, diversify your portfolio, so to speak, right? Get yourself into the funeral homes if you're not afraid of it, right? Also, I got a lot of people that I talk to that's either in residential and they want to get in commercial, or they're in commercial and they're thinking about residential. I like to say start with one, build that up to a significant dollar amount or a significant amount of money, right? Where you have reoccurring revenue, and then jump into the other. Don't try to just come in doing both. Don't try to come in and say, you know what, I'm starting a cleaning company. I do both residential and commercial. Okay. Because what happened, I tried that. It didn't work out too well. What happens is you don't know what service to advertise, right? One day you might advertise commercial, the next day you're trying to advertise residential, and you're not making money nowhere, right? So you like bouncing between commercial and residential, commercial, resident, right? But if you making a significant amount of money in one area, just piece it down, guys. You break it down, just piece it down. You're making a significant amount of money in just one area. You penetrate that, and then okay, you say I got a grab on that. I got residuals coming in over here with that. Then you might jump into residential. See, my company, I do window cleaning, I do carpet cleaning, um, parking lot cleanup, um, residential and commercial. Those are services that I offer. And then I have contractors and vendors that do other things, which is the same thing. Carpet cleaning, got contractors, um, pest control, painters, right? Another thing, guys, since I'm on live, some of the best businesses to go after, I feel like on the commercial side, is property management companies. Property management companies, and try to go after more than one, right? Or try to pick more than one up, right? Property management companies will keep you guys very busy because they oversee not only just residential, but they oversee a lot of commercial properties too. Okay. And once you get in, man, it's you sign that contract with them. You're cleaning this business, you're cleaning that home, you're cleaning that home, you're cleaning this business, you're cleaning this. Man, you're gonna have so much work. Okay. Another thing, guys. Right now, I'm just kind of bouncing around because I'm just talking as it comes to me right now. Another thing is your employees. That seem to be very problematic, very problematic for a lot of my subscribers, for a lot of people on my coaching. Guys, that's not an easy task dealing with employees and dealing with contractors. Okay. But what you have to do, you have to hire because you want to grow, right? If you try to do everything yourself, it's not impossible, right? It might tire you out, and you might not make enough as much revenue as you could make if you outsource it, to a third party, to a contractor, or to an employee. But the thing is, you have to put systems in place. You have to put a training in place for your employees and for your subcontractors. It's paramount. Okay. Now I talk a lot about that. I'm not going to really talk about it right here. I talk a lot. I go in detail as to what I do for my employees, which is why you really don't hear me complain. It's not that I don't have employee problems, but they don't run off on the plug twice on me, right? They show up, they do what's asked, right? They still have their situation call offs. You're still going to have that with the tardies, they're being late, so things like that. It's life. It's going to happen, right? But for the most part, my employees are great employees. I don't have no problems with them, for the most part. I do give them certain employees a little leeway, right? Give them certain ones a little leeway because they show up and show out for me, right? You also want to put managers or supervisors in place, guys. These people will oversee your employees. That'll take the burden off of you. Okay. Now, obviously, you got to pay these people to do these jobs and different things like that. But you want to kind of start building and start thinking this way now. See, right now, you have to be everything to everybody because it's just you and your business right now. So you have to do the administration work, right? You're responsible for the taxes. You're responsible for getting the cleaning supplies. You're responsible for cleaning the contract. You're responsible for everything right now, right? The equipment. You're responsible for everything. But once you start hiring those employees, you just added another load to your responsibilities, right? Now you have to govern employees and still manage your business and still go out and get new contracts. Again, it's not an easy task. Commercial cleaning, as I said on the other video, is one of the fastest growing industries ever. It was fast growing in 2019. It's even faster growing right now in 2020. Get in while you can get in. I'm telling you, there's going to be more commercial cleaning companies that's going to start up this year in your area. Your head is going to spin. You're going to be like, what the hell? It's kind of like when you're driving down and you bought this new car, you're driving down the street and it seemed like everybody got the car that you got. Really, the car has been there. It's just you bought this car, so you start seeing it more. Same thing with the commercial cleaning company. You're going to start seeing a lot of commercial cleaning people popping up. A lot of them are going to be creative. A lot of them going to be creative. You're going to be like, fuck. You're going to feel like, man, should I do commercial cleaning here? Because it's like a lot of commercial cleaning companies popping up. You don't want that. You want to apply pressure. You want to, especially if you're in a small town. I got people in small towns in Louisiana, people in Alabama, in the SIP, in Mississippi, and these little smaller towns, right? Biloxi, different little towns like this that I talk to. They say, Fabio, it's small here, yada, 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 right? I say, you need to kick their ass. You need to kick their ass. You need to apply pressure, right? Because see, the thing is, when people know, and when you make it known that you're the top dog in Biloxi, right? You open up the walls for yourself to really get into a lot of content. That's why I say be visible. Some of the stuff I'm talking about right here. Build that traction up in Biloxi. If you're in Biloxi and you're watching this, right? I know I've been there before. I know it's a small town. Build that traction up. Use Google AdSense. Use Bing ads. I forgot to talk about Bing, but it's right here on my paper. Use Bing ads. Use Google AdSense. Okay. Use if you got a commercial, if you got a residential, use IG. I'm sorry, not IG. Facebook. Right. Do the Facebook ads. It's the same thing, guys. You have a nice flyer. You prompt them to click on this. It calls directly to your phone. They click on it, it automatically dial your number, call right to your phone, right? In the advertisement, or if you got a website, you direct them to your website and they put in their information on your website, whatever the case is. Okay, you guys got to start doing this. If you don't have a website, don't get fucked up thinking about it. Excuse my French, but don't get bent out of shape. I don't have a Hollywood janitorial website for my business, and my company do more than 1.2 million in revenue. And I don't even have that. I have a about me. So again, you use the power of social media. You use your Facebook. Make your Facebook be your website, your business page, or whatever, however you're doing it. Okay. Again, guys, you want to be creative. Like the billboard thing I was talking about. That's me being creative. Not a lot of people would think to do that. And that could work for, who knows, residential, could work for commercial, for sure, residential, especially if you're like a home cleaning service, or you're a carpet cleaning service, window cleaning service. You got this little billboard out here. It's not as expensive as you think. Even advertising on TV is not as expensive. Advertising on radio is not as expensive. You know why? Because everything is digital. Everything that happens right now is happening on the internet. People are using their phones at alarming rates. People not even watching. They're not even waiting. Remember, you on cable. Cable is losing subscribers. Time Warner, cable, they losing subscribers. Why? Because you don't even have to. Remember, you used to have to be like, man, wrestling about to come on at 9 o'clock. Hey, I gotta go, man. I gotta watch wrestling. Wrestling about to come on. Now they got wrestling on Hulu. I got a Hulu account, got a Netflix account. So now you don't even have to worry. Power, for all of y'all that like Power and what's that, Bad Girls Club? I don't know. Love and Basketball, Love, Hip Hop and shit. I don't know what the name of it. Right? So you can get the BET, got BET, you can stream it straight from BET. They got a BET app now, right? You can watch all their programming. So again, guys, that's what I'm saying. So the newspapers, you don't even really see newspapers around no more. Everything is digital. So you got an advantage now. The ball is in your court by using radio, or, just booking yourself on there and talking about your business. This is unconventional. If I ask you guys how many commercial cleaning companies do you hear on the radio that's talking about their business, being an interview, or even advertising on the radio, you probably can't give me one. You probably can't give me one. If you sit and think of what I'm talking about on your favorite hip hop or your favorite Christian station, your favorite station, and you really just sit and think about it, you say, damn, how many commercial cleaning companies do I hear? None. But if I ask you how many lawyers do you hear, you probably can give me a few. Call this lawyer when you get in a bike accident, or you get hit by a bus. Call this lawyer. You fell down the stairs at church. Call this, right? If I ask you how many car dealerships, you probably can give me some. Come and get your car from this dealership. We got this rate, low interest rate, no interest rate. Buy here, pay here, buy here, whatever, right? You probably can give me at least 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5. Now, how many commercial cleaning companies do you see in the media? Again, why not you? In that small town of Biloxi, why not you? Again, it's just thinking outside of the box. When you do things the conventional way, you usually get the conventional pay. When you do things in an unconventional way, you usually get an unconventional pay. Yahoo had the opportunity to buy Google. I bet you they're kicking themselves in their ass now. twice. Google was trying to sell Google, the owners, Brand and the other one, whatever his name, forgot, was trying to sell Google twice. Yahoo turned him down. Yahoo actually had the opportunity to buy Google for $1 million. I can't even tell you where they evaluate at now, what the evaluation is, or what Google is worth. I haven't looked it up in a while. But you see, that would have been a stupid, that would have been a great investment had they jumped in early on. Now, if they wanted to buy Google and Google was willing to sell, trust they're going to pay a lot more than $1 million now. Blockbuster had the opportunity to work with Netflix. They didn't want to work with Netflix, so what Netflix do? Netflix ran their ass out of business. So there's no more Blockbusters. For those of you that might know what the Blockbuster I don't know, right? They had the opportunity to work with Netflix. So Netflix just took over the market. Same thing with wrestling, since we talked about wrestling, right? I could go on and on, guys. WCW, WWF at the time, WWE. Now WWE is the conglomerate. When you think of wrestling, that's what you think about, WWE. Any low promotion that's down here, they can't compete with WWE and Vince McMahon right now. But see, Ted Turner had the option of working with Vince McMahon and putting something together. He didn't, and Vince McMahon still wound up getting a great deal on buying the competition, because that's what happened. Vince McMahon, the owner of WWE, bought out WCW, the competition, and Ted Turner, which owned WCW, and bought him out. But he had a chance to really work something out with Vince McMahon. Again, guys, so it's just thinking unconventionally. It's thinking unconventionally. I'm giving you guys these stories because I want you to put yourself in the mindset. You might say, well, Fabio, what does this? It has everything to do with commercial cleaning. Business is business at a whole. Business is business at a whole. The same thing I'm talking about could apply to any type of business. A cleaning company, residential, a security company, a hair salon, or whatever. Business is business at a whole. You just got to be the first to do it. You got to be the first to put it out there, guys. Just do things unconventionally. I talk to so many of my subscribers who say, hey, Fabio, and I'm saying, oh, wow, I never tried that. For an example, I was talking, I was on a coaching, damn, what was it? What was we talking about? And I was telling her, I told her last night, I said, hey, that was brilliant. Sheesh. Hold on, guys. It's going to hit me. And I thought this was brilliant idea. One of my my coaching students, and what was he saying? He said, if it hit me, I'll come back on a later video. Damn. He said something, and I was like, oh, that's creative. He wanted my opinion on it. Man, I wish let me see something here. I wish she was online with me. My student, my coaching student. I wish she was on the live. She could tell me what it is. Probably she remembers. I can't remember what it is, but it was something that was unique that one of my coaching students said he was doing, and it worked for him. God, I'm trying to think about it. And it worked for him, and I thought it was the most phenomenal thing. I'm like, hey, don't let me talk you out of it. I'm like, I don't do that. But if it worked for you, do it. Dang, I'm about ready to text her. Like, but I don't know. I don't want to mess up, text people late. But yeah, guys, just do things unconventionally. Just start somewhere. And lastly, guys, I gotta end this with, because I wasn't expecting this to be like a 2 hour, 3 hour video like I normally am. Try not to do those type of videos in 2020. I'm trying to keep it maybe an hour 15, hour and a half at the most. Um, fear, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. Are you more afraid of going out there, picking up new contracts, and really making this shit go than you are afraid of if you lost your job and you didn't have any money, unemployment, or the lack thereof won't even cover your bills? You get a fraction of what you were currently getting your pay on unemployment. So that's not even so much worth drawing. And then that's going to last you for however long it's going to last you for. Guys, can you imagine? Can you imagine this? You go to sleep when you get off this live. You wake up in the morning tomorrow. It's time to go to work. You get the kids together, get them off to school. You take them to school. And you get to work and they hand you a pink slip. They tell you, Tommy, come into the office. We need to speak to you. And you come in the office, they say, Tommy, you're a great worker, but we're doing cutbacks right now. We just can't afford. We're letting quite a few people go, and you were just one of the ones we chose to let go. So what we need you to do, Tommy, is just clear out your cubicle, and you can go home. You can go home now. Can you imagine if you're Tommy, how you're gonna feel? You're just thinking about this shit like, damn, just last night I was on live watching Fabio, and I get to work and they saying they cut, or even worse, right? Let's say they don't let you go, but let's say they slash your hours. You had a 40-hour-a-week job and they slash you down to 20 hours. You got 3 kids. You got a husband, so you're putting your money together. Now your lifestyle is going to change a little bit. You got a car note to pay. You have utilities to pay. Kids want things that you would typically do and help them with and get for them. Now you have to cut back on that. Why put yourself in that position in 2020? You were already fucked over in 2019, right? You're thinking about how you're going to get these gifts under the tree. You're thinking about what you're going to do for Thanksgiving dinner if you got to cut back from Thanksgiving dinner. You're telling your son or your daughter what he and she could be for Halloween this year, and that's not what they want to be. But because your money isn't set up that way, they can't be who they want to be. You got to make them a costume now, right? And it's happened across America. But it's the harsh reality is that people want to be successful, but people don't want to do what it takes to get there. I got so many people on my coaching calls that actually do what I say, and I got so many people on my coaching calls that don't do what I say. We get on the phone, I talk to them for an hour. That whole hour I'm talking to them, I'm already making money. I'm still making money while I'm talking to them. They get off the phone, and instead of executing on what we talked about and at least starting what we talked about, they don't do it. I'm trying to get you guys to see the harsh reality. Your job is not dedicated to you. Excuse my French, your job doesn't give a fuck about you. And I'm sorry for the language, guys, but I got to hit you where it hurt. They don't. They don't. I had a guy that's part of my coaching. Again, we talk about some everything, right? Another gentleman. He's so excited. He's telling the world about his cleaning business. He started cleaning business, right? So he was telling me, he was like, man, I got this good job, right? And he was like, I remember watching one of your videos. You were saying don't quit the job. You know, use the job as leverage, you know, for the first year, at least if you can, you know, work it out between your cleaning business and the job, you know, unless your cleaning business take off, just use your job as leverage. I was like, yeah, I remember that video. He's like, man, but I messed up. I said, well, what happened? He said, well, shit, man, I'm so excited about, you know, doing this coaching with you, starting this business and stuff. I got everything. I got my license done. I got my insurance and I got everything set up, man. Banking, man. I feel official. They cut my hours because he told the boss, hey, I started at, guess what, boss? You know, and he cool with the boss, right? But the boss started feeling some type of way because he said that he started a cleaning business. So it cut his hours. The boss, he asked the boss, why you cut my hours? And the boss told him, well, we got to cut back on not just yours, but some other people. He feel that it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that he told the boss that he's starting a business on the side. Everybody isn't going to be happy for you, but you have to be happy for yourself. You know how many people teased me when I first started my cleaning business in 2012? You about to clean toilets. You about to clean, you know, man, why would you want to? That's like, it's no money in that, bro. Like, why you want to clean up, bro? Like, who does that? Like, or they'll say that's a girl job. Why you want to be a janitor? Why you want to? But those same people I see today in passing, those same people is on my Facebook page. I put up a post and then you see right, you know, you're going on your timeline, you see where somebody sneak dish you. I'm petty petty. Guess what I do? Like it, because I know it's for me. I put a I put a post up, man. Hollywood Janitorial, we did good this year. We closed in at a great thing. I put the post up and everything is good. And I want to thank all my employees just for helping me out across the board. And I'm tagging names in, even in Georgia and Ohio. I appreciate you guys and my supervisors. And man, we got to do a party. We got to do something nice for y'all in 2020. And I put a post up there, and then you scrolling down your feed, your timeline, and then somebody sneak dishing that you personally know. But you're just thinking back where they said that shit wouldn't work. Why are you doing a woman's job? Again, people would not believe in your dream until it become a reality. So fuck trying to sell somebody on your idea. Make your idea become a reality, and then it's going to sell itself. I got another guy on my coaching. I talked to him about this. He's a young guy, 22, right? He's not into the cleaning business and whatnot. The same thing I tell him. He's into tech. He's into tech. Come off of my Facebook. We talk about, give him coaching, talk about business. He want to sell this to different investors, to sell this idea to different investors. I say those investors are going to be hard to sell because you don't have any traction from a business aspect. I say get some momentum going, get some traction, and then the business will sell itself. You will attract investors. I understand what he's saying. You know, if I get investors, I can build the income up. But investors, the reason they invest in because they want what they call a return on investment, or ROI. They might see your vision, but you don't have a track record. So you gotta, especially in that industry, in tech and different things like that, dealing with apps and building apps and different things like that. You can attract investors, but you got to already at least started the process of the app and have some type of traction going. Has some type of revenue already coming in where they can see a projection within your company. They can see, okay, I project this business will do this. Or they can see what your evaluation is. Okay, this company's evaluated at such and such. Guys, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to make it sweet for you. But once again, if you need a mentor, we got the mentorship, the same as coaching, mentor, coaching, whatever you want to call it. Mentoring, guys, I'm opening it up for you guys to slash the prices down. If you're looking for the coaching or mentoring, I'll be more than willing to help you out. We got the hourly coaching, we got the 6 month, and we got the annual. I would suggest you get the annual, but it's whatever you want. Okay. If you want the price breakdown, just email us. We get the price breakdown, paperwork, coaching, lead generation, whatever you want. Right. We just give you kind of breakdown of what the prices is, and then you can go from there. You say what you know, come in where you afford, right? Whatever you can afford. Okay. But I do think that you should find somebody to model. Okay. Whether it's a physical person, Fabio Hart, or whether it's a book where you're learning from somebody else trial and error. They put it in a book, you read the book, and you kind of execute, you know, behind the book. Okay. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and throw them to me right now. We had about an hour, 15 minutes in. I'm gonna be wrapping it up shortly. Um, Again, I do want you guys to take advantage of that. You got into February the 15th to get in. After that, I'm gonna refer you back to this video where, because it always happened. Every time I close something out, somebody, oh man, I wish I would have known. I needed the coaching, man, so bad, man. I don't know where to start. And I'm gonna just refer you right back to the video because I'm not gonna have anything to sell you after February the 15th. The people that's already in, I'm gonna continue to deal with them. I'm gonna continue to help them, continue to try to, you know, keep them going and helping them develop their business and different angles and different, you know, working different things out. You'll be amazed at some of the stories that I got for you guys. Maybe I can share them on a story time or something. Some of the stories I can give you guys based on just working within a coaching of my people. Some of the stuff that they bring back, and I'm like, wow, I never ever experienced that. But because I could think my way out of a paper bag and I can look at a situation, analyze the situation, give it to them, and then when they come back and tell me, hey man, I did it with the way you said, and guess what they said, bro? It worked out. I'm like, you know, big general. You know, that's how I get my kudos. I feel good when I can just evaluate a situation I never ever been in, advise somebody on it, and then they believe in me enough to go and do what I told them to do, and it works out. But it doesn't always work out. And I let them know that, hey, I'm not this genius God and I know everything, right? It may or may not work, but this, if I was to do it, if I was in that situation, here's how I would handle it. Okay. So again, guys, you know, you take advantage of that. Again, I slash the prices. You get the price breakdown. Just email, say, hey, just put in the subject line price breakdown of your products and services, or just put price breakdown in the subject line. I have Jasmine or Alexis to send it out to you guys, and then whatever you want, you know, if you want the 6 month, you know, you're going to have all the prices right there, how much everything costs. And I would suggest that you get in before February the 15th, so that I already lock you in and I can get started with you. Okay. Again, if you guys have any questions, you know, comments, concerns, throw them at me. I'd be more than happy to entertain them. Again, we talked about the 5 ways to grow your cleaning business in 2020 on this video. What I talked about, I think, will be very, very helpful in terms of Google AdSense and Bing. I didn't talk about Bing, but I have it down here. Media exposure, online and offline, door to door, vehicle wrapping your vehicle, right? That help with the branding aspect, and networking, putting yourself in the bookstores and the libraries and the Starbucks and the little coffee shops in your area and the little diners where people in the local town hobnob or whatever the case is. It don't always have to be a BNI meeting or a chamber of commerce. Go to the city hall meetings, right? Sit in at the community meetings. You know, so again, this is ways that you can meet people that you would have never met, and the people that you met might not be able to help you themselves, but they might know people who can help you or who you can get contracts perhaps through. Okay, keep an open mind, guys. Keep an open mind. You know, Don't take nothing that you don't think that you'll be able to fulfill, though. So don't pick up a job and say, he said, keep an open mind. I'm going to just try my shot. If you don't feel too comfortable that you'll be able to execute to the best of your ability, don't take that job. And be okay with turning jobs down too. Because you don't want to make a Fabio Hart mistake. And that mistake is I still have contracts today that I had in 2012 that it's not paying me. It's really not worth me having, but we've been there for so long. They don't want to give it up. So I make it up in total business, right? So I'm not really making a really huge profit because when I first started that business, I bid it only like for me to clean it. I wasn't really necessarily thinking about I'm going to have an employee there. So I'm not really making that much money on that particular contract. Yet I got an employee there now that's still cleaning it. Yet I'm still making money from it, but I'm not really making no profit off of it really. But I'm making it up in total company volume, right? In total volume. So I'm not gonna lose sleep over this particular one or these 2 or 3 accounts, right? Because I made it up in volume overall. So hopefully you guys understand me. Hopefully you understand me. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'd be more than happy to entertain them right here, guys, when I'm still on live. I'm gonna start scheduling the lives. I'm gonna try to get 2 out a week, or at least 2 videos out a week. I think that'd be an improvement of from where I'm at. Um, if you guys interested, or you guys have any subject matters that need to be covered or I haven't talked about or you haven't heard me talk about, you can always email that to hollywoodjanitorialserve@gmail.com, hollywoodjanitorialserve@gmail.com, if you have some subject matters that you want me to talk about. If you want to talk to me about coaching or anything of the sort like that, you can always, same email, you email me, hollywoodjanitorialserve@gmail. My assistants, Jasmine or Alexis, will handle you there. You could just put price breakdown and they give you the price breakdown of the coaching and all of what we offer. Again, you have it to February the 15th for that. Otherwise, that's going to wrap it up for now. Okay. It was nice coming back on my first like real live video. I miss you guys. Happy New Year. Make this year your best year. Make this year your best year, and I can help you do that. I'm expecting to have a lot of great content over the next few weeks. So stay tuned in. I'm Fabio Hart, the only person that could ever stop you from starting up your own dreams and making it to the top is you.